Diṭṭhi dukkho
Thành công được không? Thành công điện, thành công.
maranang
Đấy, cái
pi
bài đấy là điện này đấy.
dukkhang
Này, thứ được sốt tốt vào ra đây.
appiyehi sampayogo dukkho piyehi vipayogo
Con là cô à?
dukkho
Tụ keng vào đây.
yam piccang labhati tang pi dukkhang sankhittena pancupadanakkhandha dukkha idang khopana bhikkhave dukkha samudayang ariya saccang yayang tanha pono bhavika nandiraga sahagata tantra tantra bhinandini sayyati dang kama tanha bhava tanha vibhava tanha idang khopana bhikkhave dukkha nirodhang ariya saccang yo tassayeva tanhaya asesa viraga nirodho cago patinissakgo mutti analayo idang khopana bhikkhave dukkha nirodha gamini patipada ariya saccang ayameva ariyo atthangiko maggo sayyati dang Sammā Diṭṭhi Sammā Saṅkappo Sammā Vācā สัมมากัมมันโตสัมมาอาจีโวสัมมาวายาโมสัมมาสติสัมมาสมาธิอิดังโคปนภิกขเวดุกขังอริยสัจจังญาติปิดุกขาจาราปิดุกขาव्याधिपि दुःखो मरणं पि दुःखं अप्पियेहि संपयोगो दुःखो पियेहि विपयोगो दुःखो.
The Dhamma and the Sangha. Again, my deep respect to Venerable Mahasangha and greeting to all friends in Dhamma around the globe. I am Sophia Chok, live from today from Kampong Cham province. Today moderator for the Dhamma discussion and welcome to our Dhamma speaker who joined us tonight. We are apologizing for a technical problem if it may occur, and because today I have some technical issue on my laptop, so I lost my phone. If there are any technical error occur, my apologize. So again, welcome to our Dhammika Live Dhamma Sandhana program. Before we begin our discussion, I would like to inform that this program brought to you by the Dhammika Live Foundation, led by Venerable Soktivi, who currently resides at Wat Camera Pothiram, based in Seattle, Washington State of the United States of America. This program purposely aimed at propagating the Buddha teaching in both language, Khmer and English. The language shifts interchangeably every Friday at 8:30 p.m. Cambodia time and 6:30 a.m. In Singapore time. Again, our main purpose, like Dhamma Sandhana, aim at disseminating the Buddhism locally and internationally. We wish to bring the attention of the essence of the Buddha teaching that is applicable to the daily life in our society and especially among the youth. We want to simplify the teaching of the ancient to the world modernity. We want to promote the awareness of the Buddhism in Cambodia to the world and to promote peaceful and mindful living through ascetic concentration and wisdom. Today, we are very pleased to present to you our topic entitled Sammā Diṭṭhi, or right view or right understanding in simple terms. but we would like to digest in detail around Sammā Diṭṭhi with our Dhamma speaker, who we have such a great privilege to have invited to distinguished Dhamma speaker to join with us today. Let me introduce to our Dhamma friends. First, we have Ponte Prehariyatte Ưn Samat, who is the Deputy Dean and Head Office of Relations and Cooperation of Presidenu Reja Buddhist University. Thank you so much, Ponte. In the last minute, very short, that you could manage your time to join us, because today we supposed to have Ponte Kusala, who based in Toronto, to join with us, but due to his other commitment and as well, he sent his apology. So we have a very great honor and to have Ponte Samat join with us tonight. Also, we have invited Ponte Kasapa Honkaimra. Ponte is the executive director of the International Cambodian Buddhist Center based in Sri Lanka. Ponte is also the meditation trainer. Currently, he's staying at Vipassana Ture Buddhist Center in Udong of Cambodia. We also, Ponte Honkaimra have spent much of his effort and time to join with our Dhamma Sandana as always, and also join a number of events organized by many society, including South Asian session and having psychology class among our Dhamma friends as well. So thank you so much, Ponte, for spending your busy time to join us. Without further ado, I would like to begin our discussion with the first question. Would like to present to Ponte Samat. Given our topic, as I mentioned earlier, is Sammā Diṭṭhi. So can you help to define what is Sammā Diṭṭhi, and how do we recognize whether a view is a Sammā Diṭṭhi or a Micchā Diṭṭhi? Please, Ponte, help to elaborate this term. Thank you.
First, I would like to pay homage to the Triple James, and also would like to pay my respect to His Holiness of Cambodia, and pay respect to His Eminent Samdai and most venerable monks, especially to pay respect to Venerable Canberra and all the monks in Cambodia. And I would like to greet to moderator, Ms. Supiep, and Cambodian people at large. Yes, thank you so much for inviting me to join this Dhamma talk. And hopefully we can learn about the Dhamma that led to the number 8 4 part, and the first one that we going to talk about the Sammā Diṭṭhi. Sammā Diṭṭhi, the translation is right understanding or right view. We generally interpret or translation right understanding or right view. The right understanding or right view here in number 8 4 parts is not just a simple right understanding or right view as the earth is round, the earth is flat, or the sun move around the orbit or something like that, or do like this good, do like this bad. It's not a simple right understanding, but generally for those who's not really learn deeply for the meaning of the right understanding in Buddhism, they always just a simple give the simple definition and concept that do the right thing and do good receive good. It is the right understanding. Do bad receive bad. The right understanding. Yes, but it's not the right understanding or right view in Noble Eightfold Path. The right understanding in Noble Eightfold Path here, Sammā Diṭṭhi, means we believe in the existence of Lord Buddha. Number one, that the belief in the existence of Lord Buddha, and number two, the belief in the teaching of Lord Buddha, or belief in the Lord Buddha. And number three, that it really related to the original concept, original teaching, that we believe in the root cause of suffering, and also about the cessation of suffering. That previously I joined this program that we mentioned about the Four Truth, that we discussed about the dukkha. I already one time joined with the program. So the right understanding in Buddhism, we refer to the Noble Eightfold Paths. The Four Noble Eightfold Paths, the right understanding of the root cause of suffering. So this is the right view, the right understanding of Buddhism in Sammā Diṭṭhi. So what is the right understanding in the root cause of suffering and the cessation of suffering? That the root cause of suffering, Lord Buddha mentioned in the Paticca Samuppada. In Paticca Samuppada, or dependent origination. The dependent origination, like we understand, we believe that there exists our what we consider as a form, as a form, as a matter. We start from the dependent on ignorance. So when we have the ignorance, it leads to the existence of the notional formation, avijja paccaya sankhara. So when have the avijja, it leads to form the sankhara, the notional formation, sankhara, create the form. Everything is a form. Our body form, material thing form, universe form, or whatever. All the form. So when have the ignorance, it will lead to the exist of the sankhara paccaya vijnanam. So depend on the volitional formation, it arise the rebirth consciousness. Rebirth consciousness paccaya vijnanam. So it leads to the rise of the consciousness. So after the rise of the consciousness or rebirth consciousness, it will lead to the rise of the mind and matter, nam and rupa. Vijnanam niyam marupa. So it is connect from one to another until to the birth, arise, age, and death, sorrow, lamentation, pain, crave, and despair. So there are 12. There are 12 factors that lead to the root cause of suffering. And when we understand all the root cause of suffering, the Lord Buddha mentioned about the patiloma, mean the root cause of cessation of suffering. So when have the root cause of suffering, also the Lord Buddha tell about the solution tell about the way to solve the problem. That means the cessation of the suffering, of the rebirth. So, like the Lord Buddha mentioned, through the entire cessation of the ignorant volitional formation cease. Mean that when finish the ignorant, the volitional formation will finish, will cease. So the form, no form. When we finish the avijja, avijja, we mentioned in the Parijjasamuppada that mostly the monk recite every funeral ceremony, but mostly nobody know, nobody understand, because I recite in Pali language. So through the cessation of volitional formation, the sankhara, rebirth, consciousness cease, means finish. So it's connect from one until the cessation of birth, the cessation of birth, cessation of aging and death, cessation of sorrow, cessation of lamentation, pain, and grief. So there are 12. So this is the right view, right understanding in in the 4 parts, Athangika Magga. So that I would like to brief that. And your question asked that how can we understand the right understanding, right?
Yes, Bhante. How do we recognize whether a view is Sammā or Miccā?
Yeah, when we follow all the 3 points I mentioned about the belief in the existence of Lord Buddha, believe in the rich enlightenment of Lord Buddha, and also about the root cause of rebirth, root cause of suffering. So that the right understanding. If just understand simple beyond that, it's not the right understanding in what the Lord Buddha mean. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much, Bhante, for your elaboration and highlighting the 12 factors lead to the root causes of the suffering, and also, the understanding of cessation of the suffering, and that is, connoted to the right view or Sammā. I'd like to also hear from Bhante Kassapa if you have anything to add on the Sammā, and how do we recognize whether a view is Sammā or Miccā? Please, Bhante.
Yeah, thank you very much, sister. And at the inception, I would like to pay respect to the Triple Gem, and especially Venerable Sirs and our Venerable Aryathero Sammā, and my friends in Dhamma around the globe, and the moderator, Sister Jasupir. Yes, the brief description has been given by Most Venerable Sir about the right view in Buddhism. So, first of all, we have to understand the word right, because right can be used in each and every philosophy in the world. It can be seen in Christianity, it can be seen in Islam, in Hinduism, even in the law. In different areas of the disciplines, the subjects. Sometimes people use, I have a right idea, I did the right thing, why I am punished, why I am insulted, on and so on. Yeah, and it is very specific topic to be discussed, to be elaborated, but within 1 hour it would be not enough. So let me explain you. According to the discourse system itself, in Satchivibhanga Sutta, Most Venerable Sariputta says that Sammā is about Four Noble Truths, as Venerable Sammā mentioned. So when it comes to the Four Noble Truth, it's everything. It's about Paticamuppada, it's about the five aggregates. So I mean, it's a brief description. And for me, when I read, different kinds of discourses, the Sammā Diṭṭhi is about, as Venerable Sammā said, it's about having a great confidence, great belief in the Buddha, in the Dhamma, in the Sangha, simply in the Buddha's teaching. So every and each teaching incorporated in the three baskets is right view. Is right view according to Buddhism. But I mean, for more clarity, then let me bring another discourse. We call it Mahacattarika Sutta. Buddha mentioned there are two types of views. I mean, right view. One is mundane and supramundane. We call it lok. In Pali, in Khmer, we call it lokaya and lokottara, and lokottara, mundane and supramundane. So let me read the discourse itself. I mean, it would be easy for you. So there are two kinds of view. I mean the what is the right view? Okay, there are two kinds of view. The first one is right. I tell you, it's of two sorts. There is right view with 10 partaking in merits, resulting in acquisitions. So there is right view. It's noble, taintless, and supramundane. So these are two kinds of right views in Buddhism. So when it comes to in Pali we say it sāsava, punya bahagya, upadi vepakha. It is a right view related to the merits. It is the right view related to the 10. Right view in acquisition of 10. So according to this course, it says that atti dinnang, atti tang, atti hutang, atti dukatanang kamma palang vipaku. So it is just a descriptive elaboration of what Venerable Sammā mentioned. So the first, the mundane or the worldly right view is about believing that there is a consequence of giving, offering, sacrifice. There is a fruits and result of good and bad action. It's mean the karmic energy, the karmic circle, and believing that there is this world, there is next birth, there is mother, there is father, there is spontaneously born beings, and you believe that there is a monk. There are monks, there are practitioners who attain enlightenment or practice rightly. So in brief, it's believing the entire teaching. So you believe in a karmic circle. Whatever you do, bad or good, will come back to you. So this is as I mentioned earlier, this is the descriptive elaboration of what Venerable Sammā said. So let us move to the supramundane right view. Supramundane right view is related to the view that lead you to attain enlightenment, and it kinds of producing I call it factors for the path. We call it anasava. Arya, it's noble. Anasava, it's taintless, no desire, no attachment, no clinging. And then lokuttara, it's supramundane. It's beyond our sensual world. And the final one is Magganga. It's a factor for the path. So the path here is Eightfold Path. So, and according to this course, it is about the wisdom. Okay, we call it Panya. It's a wisdom. Then after the panya is developed, it will become a mental faculty. We call it panyindriya. And then after the faculty of wisdom is cultivated, it will become a panya bala. It's become a power of the wisdom. And finally, it will become I call it, it will become a Dhamma Vijaya Bojjhanga. It means that it's a wisdom that is a factor of the enlightenment. So these are the two kinds of right views incorporated in the Mahācattarika Sutta. And let us move to the second question: how we know and how we distinguish these are the right view, these are the wrong view. So the simple explanation from the Buddha is right view itself is about understanding this is right, this is wrong. So when it comes to the terms right and wrong, it's very complicated because it can be different kinds of right and wrong and from different religious ideology. But in Buddhism, according to the Vajragota Sutta, Buddha said that, dear Vajragota, Miccha Diṭṭhi is unwholesome and Sammā Diṭṭhi is wholesome. So, and whatever wholesome deeds, it can be mentally, physically, verbally, when they are good, it can be considered as wholesome. It can be considered as right. So wrong view is when it is harmful, when it is unwholesome, when it is affecting people, it can be called unwholesome. So according to Buddhism, you know that breaking the morality. So there are 10 kinds of bad actions, starting from killing until to the wrong view. So they can be called that, wrong views. And then I mean, opposite is right view. But in brief, right and wrong in Buddhism is about unwholesome and wholesome, bad and good. And to understand that how we define good and bad, you have to refer to other discourses. But let me briefly explain you. Whatever you do, whatever you say, whatever you think, when it is harmful to yourself, harmful to the entire society, it is considered as wrong. It is according to Buddhism. So whatever you do, whatever you talk, whatever you think, if it is, beneficial, helpful to yourself and for the entire society, for everyone around you, it is wholesome, it is good. So yeah, that's all from me, Sister Chasupia.
Thank you so much, Host Pante, for your kind elaboration, and I got many good points. Like when we refer to Sammā Diṭṭhi, is referring to the great belief in Buddha teaching, and you highlighted two types of view, Lokaya and Lokottara, very comprehensive. And also when it comes to the how do we distinguish between Sammā Diṭṭhi and Diṭṭhi, you give us a hint, on the wholesome and unwholesome deed, which is very useful to recognize it, and 10 kind of bad action that can refer to the wrong view. I'm not sure if you can just briefly mention those 10 kind of actions so that our audience can better understand, so that we can follow to the wholesome deed. Please, Pante.
Okay, so let me give you the discourse. I mean, first, according to Sammā Diṭṭhi Sutta, and thank you very much for let me explain again. I want to add what Venerable Unsamad mentioned. So, I mean, he mentioned everything, but I want to give you the specific sutta, Sammā Diṭṭhi Sutta. It explains about right view, like how you build up your right view. So it's about understanding what is right, what is wrong. First thing, you have to understand what is the root cause of wholesome and unwholesome, and what are the unwholesome and wholesome deeds. So there Buddha mentioned 10. So it starts from, threefold physical bad deed, and fourfold verbal action, and the threefold of mental action. Okay, like panatipata, adinadana, kamesumichachara is bad physical action, and the four kinds of speech, telling lies, slandering, gossiping, and idle speech. And we move to the mental, like abhijja, like covetousness, ill will, and wrong view again. So according to the Sammā Diṭṭhi, it moved until to the paticcasamuppada, starting from Four Noble Truths. So that's all from me.
Thank you so much, Ponte, for this elaboration further on the 10 kind of action that lead us to either wholesome or unwholesome deeds. I would like to turn to Ponte some soon, but let me just touch upon with Ponte Kassapa one more question. We talked. I heard a lot from both of you talking about the Noble Eightfold Path, and Sammā is one of the factor in this Noble Eightfold Path. Why is Sammā is the first factor of the Eightfold Path? Ponte, can you help to enlighten us, please?
Yeah, again we have to refer to the discourse. The name, its name is Mahacattarika Sutta. Buddha mentioned that, dear bhikkhu, the Sammā Diṭṭhi is the forerunner. Sammā Diṭṭhi is the leader of skillful actions, skillful qualities. Or Sammā Diṭṭhi is the forerunner of the rest 7 factors of Eightfold Path. And Buddha say why the right view becomes first. Okay, this is what the Buddha said. When you have right view, this is right view, this is wrong view. Then you move to the second one, Sammā Saṅkappa. When you have right view, you will understand this is wrong intention, this is right intention. So when you have right view, you will have kinds of differentiative ability that these are bad action, these are good action. So we move to the speech, we move to the livelihood, and we move to you will understand it. So this is the wrong mindfulness, this is the right mindfulness, this is the right concentration, this is the wrong concentration. So that is why it is comes first according to Buddhist teaching, because you will build up kinds of understanding, distinguishing or differentiating between right and wrong. If you don't have kinds of understanding, it's difficult for us to practice other factors in Eightfold Path. And another reason is Buddha mentioned in another discourse. He said that when right view arises in one, he will build up a right intention. So when let me say it again. When the right view arises in one, he will cultivate, he will develop a right intention. So it moves on and so on until the right concentration. So this is what the Buddha mentioned. And another discourse is it's more informative about how the right view comes first. Like it's a circle. Let me say it. It's a circle. Buddha said, how knowledge and liberation come to exist. Buddha said, when there is when there is a Saptabojjhanga, okay, when there is a Saptabojjhanga, the knowledge of Vidya and Vimukti will come to being. But then it moves on and on and on until the right view, okay, until the right view, like I call it Yonaso Manasikara there. So and it's a circle, and they are interconnected. So that is why Buddha said right view is needed and panya is needed. So panyas must come first for whatever we do. So let me bring your attention back to what Venerable Ursamhat said, that if you don't have belief in the Buddha, in the Dhamma, in the Sangha, your right view won't build up. You will fall into a wrong view, like different kinds of thoughts in yourself. So that is why right view comes first. That's all from me.
Thank you so much, Phante. Now I would like to also hear from Phante some art on the same question. Probably you have additional input to help us understanding why is Samadhi is the first factor of the Noble Eightfold Path. Please, Phante.
Yeah, large Venerable mentioned earlier related to the why the Samadhi come first. So the Samadhi, right understanding, it is very important thing that before we doing anything, we need to have that the wisdom or the knowledge to understand the truth how it is. So when we understand the truth what it is, so we can walk directly to the point that we want to go to, go straight to the point. Like I would like to mention about the original, the main point that Lord Buddha mentioned about those who would like to liberate oneself from the suffering, or liberate oneself from the cycles of life and death. They need to have the right view, the right understanding about the life cycle, the root cause of the life cycle. So when they understand about the root cause of the life cycle, the suffering, those would walk directly to the point to liberate oneself. So like Venerable mentioned earlier, when we have the right understanding or right view, we will have the right thoughts. When we have the right thought, we need to have the right action. When we have the right action, we will have the right speech, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness and meditation. So this is the orderly of what the Lord Buddha needs those who would like to liberate oneself from the life cycle of suffering. That's why right view or right understanding come first. It is very important thing. So that just in brief for that point.
Thank you so much, Phante. So as you highlighted, both Phante have mentioned the precondition. It seems like it's a precondition to have samadhi to lead to other, like including the intention, the action, livelihood. So without having a right view, probably it can lead us to the wrong intention or wrong livelihood or action, etc. Thank you so much, Phante. Again, I just would like to let our Dhamma friend who follow our Dhamma talk show right now to be informed that our discussion is on samadhi or right view or right understanding understanding according to the Buddhism. And we have discussed earlier with Pante, who helped to elaborate what is Samadhi and how do we recognize whether a view is Samadhi or Michaditi, and why is it Samadhi, the first factor of the Noble Eightfold Path. If our Dhamma friend have any comment or question to carry forward to our Ponte who joined us tonight, please feel free to do so. You can drop your message on our comment box so that I can forward the question to both Ponte. Back to our show, we discussed a lot already about the definition and why is it important to have samadhi as the first factor. So I would like to also hear from Ponte some art. How should one develop samadhi? Because samadhi is so important, and it is a precondition to lead to other right action. So how should one develop this? Ponte, please.
In order to develop the Sammā Diṭṭhi, right view, right understanding, in Buddhism we mention about the pariyatti. Pariyatti means learning or studying. So to study about the Buddhist scripture, to study about the Buddhist teaching, it is very important. It is a very important thing that especially we study about the Pedaka. This is we need to understand the right, because if we not have a good learning, good studying about the teaching of Lord Buddha, probably might be it misconception or probably misunderstand about the right teaching of Lord Buddha, as we explained earlier from me and from Venerable. So to study deeply about the Buddhist scripture. Number two, we can study, go to the proper class. Also, we study through we call it Dhammakacha. So the conversation between the wise, the scholar, like this program, we share the knowledge about the right understanding of samadhi. So they listen to the conversation of Dhammakacha, also one of the way to understand about the samadhi. And number three, that help us to understand about the samadhi, we need to practice about the vipassana and kammatthana. Vipassana is not a simple meditation. It's not just like tranquility meditation. Some people probably might confuse about the meditation about vipassana and simple samatha. Vipassana means inside meditation, to develop very deep insight about the knowledge of Buddhism, to develop very real, to understand the truth thing, the thing really are. Also kammatthana, we need to practice like asopa kammatthana. We ponder about the cup, about the body, to develop our knowledge, consciousness. So to practice properly about the vipassana or kammatthana, it's really important to develop about the samadhi, to see the real you, to see the real light, to see the real thing. And number four, in order to develop the samadhi, also through the self-experiencing. Sometimes through the reading, through the learning, through listening to the conversation, through the vipassana, sometimes it's not really help about to understand the right view or right understanding about the teaching of Lord Buddha. Until they face the real situation, self-experiencing. like for example, like Pandaja Monica, that she had experience about life problems and went to meet the Lord Buddha. Just listen to the Dhamma talk, a short view. Just the Lord Buddha just asked 1 or 2 questions. She reached enlightenment. She reached enlightenment, mean real life about the life, real life about the suffering. So sometimes the Sammā can develop or can learn through the self-experiencing. So this 4 factor that I would like to mention about to develop about the Sammā. Yeah, let's Venerable have this point.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Very interesting. The 4 tips that you have enlightened us, including Pariyata, like trying to learn deeply about the Buddhist scripture, Dhammakaccha or Dhamma conversation. Try and third is practicing, meaning to practice vipassana, which is a more in-depth meditation or insightful meditation, not just a simple meditation that some may confuse, and it may help us to understand to see things truly as they are, like you have mentioned. And number 4 is self-experiencing. Very interesting, and somehow I feel I want to learn more deeply about the third and the 4th, because it seems like when we say about the vipassana, it is to self-experience as well. It's not just about hearing or reading the Buddhist text or listening to the Dhamma talk, but when it comes to vipassana, we try to self-understanding as well. But you highlight about self-experiencing. Maybe you can help to elaborate a bit further the differences between the two, Hante.
Yeah, because those Sammā sometimes we try to explain for a long time, because related to the basis of knowledge, it related to some kind of the temptation, temperament about the Upanishad or something like that it's still very low. So even we try to explain about the Padecchasmupada, even we try to explain the 2 view that Venerable Canberra mentioned earlier, the wrong view and the right view or something like that. Sometimes they cannot understand. Even just some people mislead, try to explain them very simple word, and they believe that actually it's the wrong view. Some people, because they seem to have a very good knowledge explanation, they use very simple term, but mislead, not the right understanding in what the Lord Buddha mentioned about the Sammā. Those people believe, but that's the wrong one. So when they go through deeply to the meditation, vipassana meditation, in vipassana meditation, it's not just sit and cross the leg and close the eye. Vipassana meditation goes through the lesson, proper lesson, to understand many lessons, like teaching about the 5 hindrance, teaching about opadian or something like that, attachment, not to have attachment. That the real practice of meditation, just a part of the meditation. Now they're very popular for the young, that they join the meditation, just sit and breathe in and breathe out and come back. Oh my goodness, I'm so headache again. Because they not really understand the right meditation. They just breathe in, breathe out. When they face the real situation, they face the real problem, they attach with that, have attachment called opadian. Still cling to that. They want to release it. So that's not the right view, not the right understanding about the teaching of Lord Buddha. So to practice vipassana meditation in the right way, teach people to give up something they need to give up, not to have attachment. So when something happen, bad thing happen, let's go. Did not have any attachments, no suffering. So this is the right teaching, the right view in vipassana. And more than that, I mentioned about the kammatthana. There are many factors of kammatthana, like asopa kammatthana. Asopa kammatthana, we ponder, we sit and ponder about the dead body, from the dead until decay. All the dead body vanish, and we consider that the body is not permanent. It impermanence. That the body is not self. It's this selflessness. So we accept that, see the truth thing, not just do a very short time, but for a long time. That's why for the ancient time, for the previous time, most of the monks went to the forest, live in the forest, and they sit under the tree at the wilderness with the crop. So they develop their wisdom through that. So this is how to develop about the right understanding through the vipassana or kammatthana. And for the self-experiencing, if it's not face the problem we have, if it's not depart our beloved one, we not touch our heart, we not suffer so much, we not see the truth thing. If they face only one beloved one pass away or dead, it's not two pass three. So what happened? So when someone explain about the truth, they will understand. Easy to understand, accept the truth. One more thing, like for myself, for experience, for myself, my own self experience. If simple a thing, if someone tell the body mean rupa is not permanent, rupa is dukkha, rupa is selflessness, mean anicca dukkha anatta. If as the young we don't believe it, but at this age and myself, I suffer so much about the acid, uric acid. So when I suffer so much about uric acid, now I understand about the food. So I know how to consume the food now. I must maintain properly amount of my food. Not I can consume it as I want. No more. So this self-experiencing about the truth, right understanding what Lord Buddha mentioned about the using the pacaya for requisite, not used for the pleasure, not used for enjoyment, only for the sustain ourselves. So this is the right view through the teaching of Lord Buddha. Then we practice it properly, we gain the knowledge, we will have the right view, and we will have a good health. So that's all. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ponte. It is very well understood. Thank you so much for helping us to understand better. And I hope our audience also, who are following right now, also get a more detailed explanation. And your example is clearly explained. Thank you so much, Ponte. And the same question goes to Ponte Kassapa. If you have anything to add or additional input, so that we can learn how we can develop Sammā-Diṭṭhi. Ponte, please.
Thank you, sister. And I have the same philosophy, because we learn from the same teacher, we learn from the Dhamma. So in order to build up and in order to cultivate or develop our right view, first and the foremost thing to be done is studying. Education is the most important thing. So at Buddha's time, we use the word sutta. Like in one discourse, it is said that the Sammā-Diṭṭhi can be developed by two supportive elements. One is Parato Chagoso, and another one is I forgot the word. Another one is Yonaso Manasikaro. So the Parto Chago, so it's like listening to the teaching of the noble ones. You cannot just listen to anyone teaching, you have to listen to the noble one teaching. It means the teaching of the Buddha, simply his Dhamma. So in these days, at that time, in order to gain the knowledge, what you have to do is just to listen to the masters. But these days you have many tools, you have many, technical tools to develop your knowledge. As Venerable Unsamat said, that you can listen to the Dhamma talk, you can have a discussion, you can read the book, you can attend, proper classes at the university, or some monks are teaching online, some monks are, leading the classes. So you have, so the first thing in order to cultivate right view is education. You have to study. And like there is another Buddhist concept, we call it Suci Puli Mutto Katang Pandito Bhavaya. Like, in order to become a wise one who is endowed with right view, you have to listen. Okay, you have to think, you have to reflect on, and you have to question. You have to ask, like the moderator is doing. You have, if you have doubt, you have, if you have skeptical doubts, you have to clear your doubts. So in order to clear your doubts, you have to question, you have to ask again and again until you understand. And so this is the Buddhist way. And as you know, there are three kinds of wisdom. We call it Suttame Panya, Chintame Panya, Bhavane Panya. So first you have to listen in order to build up your wisdom, your right view, and then you have to think whether it's right or wrong. And as Venerable Sammā said, you can integrate your self experiences with the teaching of the Buddha, whether it is right or not. So you can do it by only thinking. If you don't think, these kinds of self experience won't be touched. And the final one is very tough, but we must do it in order to gain, I call it supramundane right view, understanding that every condition is impermanent, suffering, and non-self. You have to develop the bhavana me panya, the wisdom, through cultivation, practicing meditation, both tranquility meditation and vipassana meditation, to see things as the way it is. So according to Buddhism, our one and only purpose is to attain enlightenment. So the first stage of enlightenment is, we call it sotapanna, the stream entry. So when you reach a stream entry, when you become a stream enterer, you will develop, you will fulfill a right view. That is, Sakkaya Diṭṭhi will be vanished, will be eradicated. So you will develop a right view that everything is impermanent, everything is suffering, everything is non-self. It is not mine, it is not me, it is not myself. So this is how we develop. So, but as Venerable Sammā said, the first step to be taken by us is studying the Dhamma, Pariyatta. Okay, you have to study, otherwise you cannot practice meditation. That is why some meditators, they don't have any background of Buddhism. They go Vipassana 10 days, then they come back, they say this, they say that, and there's a famous guy, you know him very well. He went to Vipassana meditation. Now he stupefied, he messed up every generation brain. As Venerable said that, he just explained, but everyone believed him. So like, we did our best to explain, but they don't even, listen to us. And what I'm saying, this is, so in order to build up a right view, you have to listen to the right person, to the right Dhamma. There are many talks, but to be honest, according to Buddhism, they are not right, because they lead people to the war. They lead people to the violence. So I think that's all from me, Sister Josephine.
Thank you so much, Ponte, for giving us additional input to what Ponte Sammā have also mentioned about the four tips to cultivate the Samadhi, and you also point out the key tip, which is about education, and I got a very key word, which is listening to the noble one, because we can listening to anyone or anytime or anywhere, but choosing the right person is the first step, because otherwise we got the view from other, which may bring us to misconcept to certain point. You want to add anything, please, Ponte?
I forgot, because I forgot to mention the Yonaso Manasikara. You have learned to think rightly, okay? And I forgot another point is, Buddha said in Avijja Sutta, in order to develop a right understanding, you need, first you have to listen to the Dhamma, but before listen to the Noble One teaching, you have to associate with the wise, living with the wise. This is the way to develop your right understanding, right view. That's all from my sister Josephine.
Yes, thank you so much, Ponte. Probably like the Buddha teaching, I used to come across too, like try to associate with a good friend. Good friend can bring us to good view, good intention as well. Thank you, Ponte, for this elaboration. Now we would like to move to the last question as well, given the time. And I would like to turn to Ponte Sammā. We talk a lot about samadhi, why it's important and how to develop it. But can you tell us what benefit can begin from having samadhi in daily life? It seems like the description derived from the Buddha teaching, and it have been long time. So why should we care in our daily life here? what are the benefits? So please, Ponte. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much again. As early we mentioned about the explain about the right view, right understanding related to the Padajjasmupada, and also Venerable Canberra mentioned about the right view and wrong view. So and also the last one mentioned about the
Seem like we lose you, Ponte. Maybe that.
Something wrong with the internet.
Yes. So maybe while we are waiting, Ponte, to return from the internet error, so please, Ponte Kassapa, have to explain us what benefit can we gain from having samadhi. Please, Ponte.
Okay, so we elaborated earlier that how one should cultivate the right view, and we talk about the Suttame Panya, the wisdom through listening, the wisdom through thinking, the wisdom through practicing meditation. So let me give you a very clear example that in and every organization, okay, let me finish, okay. Yeah. In every organization, there is a vision and there is a mission. Okay, a vision and a mission. So vision. So when the vision is clear, when the vision is right, building up it as the way you want, corresponding to your philosophy, your purposes, your objectives in constructing company or any organization. Only that you will have a right, you will have a perfect mission, in order to gain, in order to achieve your goal. So this is the benefit. So when you have the wrong vision, okay, you will, destroy even your mission. For example, let me say this. Let us bring very clear example about COVID-19. Different philosophers, different politicians, different religious masters, they think that COVID-19 is the result of, one reason is ignoring or not respecting the commands of the God or any mighty God is one thing. Another thing, they said that it is a political issue, and they starting blaming each other. It is United States must taking responsibility, China's must taking responsibility, this and that and so on. But we never, as politicians, as human beings, as religious leaders, we never take responsibility that it is the human fault. And they think that, it is the God decision. It is, we never take our own responsibility. We never learn to be accountable. We never learn to be responsible for whatever we done. According to Buddhism, COVID-19 is a result of the human action. You polluted the entire university, deforestation, pollution, air pollution, water pollution. With your greediness, with your covetousness, you are destroying the entire society, entire world, because you think that this is the right way to reach the peak of the development. But you never think about the heart of the earth, the forest. So according to Buddhist philosophy, this is the wrong understanding that the earth is for us. The forest is for our consumption. The kingdom of the animal is for our consumption. No, Buddha said no. They have the equal right to live and to balance our ecosystem. You cannot kill them. You are not allowed to kill them. You are not allowed to destroy the forest. So, if you have ever read some books, because some humans think that animals are for our food, so they start killing. But I'm not saying that even it happens in our society. But I want to say this is the wrong understanding. It is one point. Another point is we think that it's very broad subject. Okay, we think that because I want to bring the attention to COVID-19, it is our responsibility. COVID-19 is attacking our lung. But the entire humanity forgets that we have been destroying the lung of the earth for ages, including the politician. Deforestation, because the forest is the lung of the earth. So when we are destroying the lung of the earth, in return, the nature will fight back. And it is mentioned in the Dhammika Sutta. Buddha said that when the human is unrighteous, human will become short-lived, unbeautiful, experience more sickness, diseases. So this is the Buddha word. So when we have kinds of right understanding through listening to the Buddha, we say, we should not destroy the forest, we should not kill each other. So this is the right understanding. It will benefit the entire society. So because we don't have time, but let me move to another one. Another one is, according to Buddhist philosophy, Buddha said that we must understand that each and every the event of our life is our creation. It is not the God creation, it is not our parents' creation, it is our creation. So you cannot blame others for your suffering. No. And you are the one who is responsible for everything. So when we understand that, the entire society, will be in harmony, will be in happiness, because it is a collective responsibility to build up a society that, for example, human rights. So, and it's a very broad subject, but I want to say this is the benefit of having right view according to Buddhism. What goes around comes around. When you believe strongly in the karmic energy, bad will come to you in future. If you keep doing bad, good will come to you if you keep doing good. So this is the benefit of having right view. So that's all from me, and we would like to hear from
Yeah, thank you so much, Bhante. And important message from you is to ensure our action is to balance the ecosystem, and it's like the Buddha teaching, you reap what you sow. So that is important. So now let turn back to Ponte. Sammā, earlier you have this internet problem. So please continue, Ponte. On the same question, what benefit can begin from having samadhi in our daily life? Please, Ponte.
Yeah, thank you so much. Again, as we have discussed earlier about the teaching of Lord Buddha, and also especially we should learn about the main purpose of Lord Buddha, why he reached enlightenment. The main purpose of Lord Buddha reached enlightenment to lead human being, sentient being, to liberate from suffering. So as we discussed a lot before, if we have good due or right understanding, it will help us to develop our wisdom. Because when we have the way that we understand about the Buddha, and also we practice vipassana, and we associate the noble person and others studying something like that. So we develop wisdom. So this is the main purpose. Number two, when we have the right understanding, or right view, or we can say right vision, like Venerable Kassapa mentioned earlier, right vision. The vision is not only for the company or the country. Every individual should have their own life vision, what they want to lead the life, which direction they want to go. So in order to set the right vision for their own life, they need to have right view or right understanding, what they want, what they really want. So when they have the right vision, they will lead their life in the right way. When they lead their life in the right way, they will live with peace and happiness for the daily life. They work in the right direction. That's number two. Number three, if anyone have the right view or right understanding properly, it's very, very important to lead the life to the straight way. I mean, the straight way mean we follow the Noble Eightfold Path. The straight way, the right way, the Lord Buddha mean to liberate oneself from the suffering. So when they have the right view or right understanding, it a shortcut, a short way that to reach the destination, mean the Nibbana. You see a quicker, I think, quicker, shorter. So this is the main purpose for all people. But because they lack the right understanding, a right view, so they just go around, round and around, round and around. It's not the right one, the right way. So with these three points, I think it's really important for to understand about the samadhi. Yeah. Probably internet problem.
Yes, our moderator. Okay, so
Hello.
I will be the moderator. No, it's...
Thank you so much, Ponte.
Okay, now okay. Okay, hello, Sister Joseph. Okay, can you come back again or what? No, we cannot hear you.
Yeah. Unstable internet.
Yep. Can you text her? That we will conclude.
elaboration on
No.
this.
We still cannot see you.
To
Yeah.
understand. Yes. Can you hear? Can you hear me better?
Now a little bit better, but still not clear. Now no. Okay. Now okay. Yep.
That's okay. Even we have some problem with internet, but we're still happy for that. Yeah.
Yep.
Bhante, can you hear me now?
Now okay.
Yes.
Now okay. But if it's okay, you can switch off. You can switch off the video if you know.
Yes.
Like,
My apologize because probably due to internet speed. So again, thank you so much, both Dhamma speaker who spend time. Okay, so before we end our show, I like to share the merit from this Dhamma Sandhana with all living being in the whole universe. May all be happy and be peaceful. Once again, thank you so much to our honorable speaker for sharing your time, and it is a bit late as well for today. Finally, I like to express our sincere thanks to the Dhammika Live team, the founder, director, advisor, and especially our admin and technical team for providing such a wonderful support so that we can have our program possible. Last but not least, thank you to everyone for joining and following our live show as always. Now, let us spend a moment practicing Metta Bhavana or loving kindness meditation, which will be instructed by Ponte Kassapa on camera. Thank you and good night. Our Metta meditation begins.
Hello everyone. Let us practice loving friendliness meditation for oneself. Self-loving friendliness meditation is the first section of Metta meditation. Self-loving friendliness meditation is designed to direct you to happily take care of yourself, to honestly forgive yourself, to truly accept yourself without conditions. Before starting, please find a very comfortable posture. Close your eyes, relax your head, your shoulders, your arms, and your entire body. Please slowly take a very deep breath 3 times. When it is done, let your breath flow as naturally as it does. Observe your breath without judgment, reactions, and criticism. Just merely observe it as the way it is while you are listening to my Pali Metta chanting. Aham avero Now, please create a very tender smile on your face. Visualize your happy and smiling face. You are very happy person with smiling face. Please keep smiling with honest heart, because you are going to bless yourself. Please be aware of the phrases which I am going to recite, and let yourself honestly feel the real meanings of the phrases. May I be well and happy. May I be free from hatred. May I be free from ill will. May I be free from anger. May I be free from physical and mental sufferings. May I take care of myself happily. May I take care of myself happily. May I take care of myself happily. Now, take your right hand and place it on your chest, and you can mentally repeat after me. In this home, we are family. We live under the same shelter, so we must be kind to each other, be compassionate to each other, be friendly to each other, help each other, respect one another. Be happy every day. Keep smiling with honest heart. Be grateful. Be positive. Forgive even when it's really hard. Before open your eyes, Please take again a very deep breath 3 times. Thank you. May you be well and happy.